Good morning, dear children. So today, once again, I welcome you all on this online session of our class 12 information technology class. Now, the topics which we are going to discuss is of utmost importance whenever we are considering the concept of database management system. Okay, so simply ensure that you went through all the videos very carefully as well as all the notes as well, because the commands which we are going to learn is of utmost importance whenever we consider from the examination point of view perspective. Okay, so let us come to our discussion of today. In our today's class, we are going to discuss two of the most important terminologies. First is aggregate functions in MySQL, followed by grouping, concept of grouping. These two things will be discussed in our today's class. So here, first of all, let me introduce you with the concept of aggregate functions. What are the basic aggregate functions that we are going to discuss in here? Although many aggregate functions are there, but only few functions we are going to discuss in our discussion. So aggregate functions are generally used to apply certain whenever there is a need for application of certain mathematical function. If we need certain mathematical functions to be applied on a set of values in our relation, in such situation we require the concept of aggregate function. So aggregate function is generally used in context of a group of values. Whenever there is a need for application of a particular mathematical function on a group of values, then we go ahead with aggregate function. For example, here one example has been cited. Suppose we have since we are taking the example of department and teacher, so we will stick to the department and teacher relation only. So here, suppose two relations are there, one with the department as name and another one as teacher. Now, in order to retrieve the total number of teachers in all the department, in order to find out the total number of the teachers in all the department, we need to go ahead with the concept of aggregate functions. Since we are going ahead with the relation of teacher and department, so let me first of all open those two tables as well along with their values. Along with their values. So these are the two tables which we have been using right from the very beginning of discussion of MySQL commands. Now, few of the basic aggregate functions are count, sum, max, mean, average. Okay, count is used for counting the number of tuples in the result of a query. Suppose in our table, say there are 10 tuples, we have inserted 10 tuples. Now, in that particular query itself, we need to specify, or we need to specify that this many number of tuples should be shown in front of us. Then in such situation, we may go ahead with one aggregate function which is also known as count. Now, let us come. We will take all those aggregate functions which are being depicted in front of you one by one by means of query itself, by means of database query. Then the second one is sum. Sum means aggregate, total of all the values of a selected attribute. Suppose I have chosen a selected attribute and I need the total of all the values for that particular attribute. In such situation, we need to go ahead with the sum aggregate function. Now here one more thing which we should remember is this function can only be applied to an attribute which has numeric data type. That means what? Which has data type as numbers. For example, integer is a number data type, and then decimal is also a type of number data type, numeric data type. So remember, it can be applied with only those attributes which has got numeric data type. If the numeric data type is not available for that particular attribute, then this function cannot be applied. Similarly, max. Max is to find out the maximum value out of all the values for a particular attribute. Here also the first thing we should remember is attribute should have a numeric data type, and to find out the maximum values from a selected set of attributes we will use this function. Similarly, min is there to find the minimum values. Data type of that particular attribute should always be numeric, and then average also same. Numeric data type, finding the average of all the values. So let us come to the point directly, that is executing query. Execution of query by means of this aggregate function. So the first query which we are going to discuss is in our table, say in our teacher table, in our teacher relation, say we need to find out the total salary of all the teachers who are there inside a particular department, inside a school database. Suppose in a school database, say 14 teachers are there. In order to find out the total salary, we can use this aggregate function, and it will go like this. See, the query goes like this: select sum. We are applying function to which attribute? Salary attribute. Okay, so salary attribute should be enclosed within parentheses after sum function, using as. We have already discussed earlier, that is as is used whenever we are going ahead with the concept of alias. Okay, alias, if we are creating alias, then as needs to be included, a clause as needs to be included. Now, as total salary from teacher. Now, this column will be inserted automatically by means of alias. This column will automatically get updated by means of alias. As I have discussed one query which consisted of updation of first name and last name by means of alias. So similar to that, total salary column will be one new column, that is total salary column, will be updated in our data, in our relational database, which has been created by using alias from the teacher table. So let us execute it and see what could be the possible output. So the query goes like this. First of all, we need to get inside the database. Show databases, use school, show tables. Okay, see, two tables are there. We need to get inside the teacher. Since the task is to find the total salary of all the teachers, use school, show database, use school. Okay, we have already entered, no need to worry. System CLS. Now we will directly execute the query. Select, the first function is sum. First function is sum of the salary attribute, salary. Select sum, salary. Now using alias as total underscore salary from teacher. See here, as I have already discussed in our previous sessions, that is in MySQL database is case insensitive. So whether you are using lowercase or uppercase, that is of no issue at all. You can use lowercase also, you can use uppercase also. So here we are using the sum aggregate function along with alias by updating a new column into our relation as total salary, which will be simply displaying the total salary, the total sum of the salaries of all the teachers who are enrolled there in a particular school. So here, see, go ahead and check what could be the possible outcome. After executing the query, we came to know the total salary is 64,9250, 6,49,250. Let me go ahead and check the same in our created table. So here it is there. Okay. Now, in order to check it, one way is by means of Excel. Open an Excel sheet. Open an Excel sheet. Simply copy and paste all the salaries in adjacent cells. Suppose I have copied all the salaries in adjacent cells. Copy, paste. Okay, I have inserted all the salaries in adjacent cells. Now I will find out the total sum to check whether the value which is being obtained from the command MySQL command is correct or not. Is equal to sum bracket, select the range, bracket close, enter. See, the answer which you got in front of you is 6,49,250. So the result is same, 6,49,250. Okay, so this is how we have utilized one aggregate function using alias, by means of which we have created a new column in our relation teacher relation with attribute name as salary, total salary, and the value which we obtain is the result of an aggregate function, that is sum. So like this we have come to the conclusion of first query. Thank you. Sorry. Now let us come to the next. See, next query is finding the maximum and minimum salary from our teacher relation. Now if there is a need for finding the maximum value and minimum value of the salary from teacher relation, then we can use this query. See, select max salary as maximum salary, min salary as minimum salary from teacher. Now here also the same concept has been utilized, that is first max function we are using, followed by min function, and then using as clause we are using the alias concept in order to generate a new attribute with the name as max salary and min salary. So let us execute the query. Select max. See, case insensitive, so no need to worry. Select max salary as max underscore salary, comma, mean salary as mean underscore salary from teacher. So we are simply finding the report of maximum and minimum value of the salary which is there in our teacher relation. Execute. See, the maximum here using S, that is alias, we have created a new field max salary, and using alias same field, same type of field, one more we have generated, that is mean salary. So under these two columns we have inserted, after executing the query, the value got inserted. See, let us check what is the maximum, whether it is correct or not. See, out of this set of values, the highest value is 54,000, correct? And the lowest value is 34,000. 54,000 and 34,000. So under max column it should be 54,000, the min column it should be 34,000. So this is how we can use the aggregate function max and min. First, sum, max, min we have discussed. Then we will go to count. Then we will go to another query, that is count. See, to count the number of teachers earning more than 40,000. Suppose in our teacher relation, we need to find out the number of teachers, total number of teachers who are earning more than 40,000 rupees. Then in those situations, we may go ahead with the count function, count aggregate function, followed by the condition. Count salary from teacher where salary greater than 40,000. There are two ways by means of which we can achieve our objective. First is this query, and the second one is under bracket count followed by under parenthesis star should be placed. Now here star means complete from the whole table itself, from the whole table with different set of attributes itself. It will retrieve the value of the salary column which will be having more than 40,000. So both the queries I will execute now here. This is the example from your book. I will simply add one more thing, that is select count salary as count salary. See here, using the concept of alias, we have updated one more field with the name as count salary in the teacher relation, and that will be displayed in our MySQL command line client after executing the query. So let us see. Select count salary as count underscore salary from teacher where salary greater than 40,000. Okay, select count salary from as count salary. We are applying count function to the salary attribute, and with a new name, a new field will be generated with the name as count salary from teacher relation where where all the salaries with more than 40,000 value will be inserted. So let us execute it. See, count salary is 9. There are 9 fields. There are 9 tuples which consist of salaries with more than 40,000. Salary more than 40,000. So see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Correct? So there are total number of 9 there are a total of 9 number of attributes. Now the second query using asterisk, how we can achieve the same objective. So instead of the name of a particular field, you simply insert asterisk. It will search for each and every attribute. It will search each and every attribute with the data type as integer, with the data type which is numeric, and from that only it will find out the value. So execute it, same value, count underscore salary 9. Okay. Similarly, so these things, sum, max, mean, count. Now one more query which we are going to learn in aggregate function is whenever there is a need for retrieving the name of teachers in a particular department. Suppose in a particular department we need to retrieve the name of the teacher. Then in such situation also we may go ahead with aggregate function, and the query for the same is see, select count as number of as count function we are using, and alias using alias we are creating a new attribute from department comma teacher, where department name equal to this and department number equal to department ID. Okay, so let us see how it can be achieved. Let us see after executing the query. Select count star as number of teachers, computer science, teachers from department, teacher where department underscore name equal to computer science. And see here, the query is department number and department ID, but you can easily observe in our both the relation, the attribute value by means of which one table teacher relation is getting reference to department relation is same, that is department ID. So in such situation, we need to use the concept which I have discussed yesterday, that is by prefixing the name of the relation followed by a period. One way is there, or simply prefix we will use here, that will be better because we have not created any other shortcuts for the same. And T dot department ID, it should be department number column was there inside our teacher relation, which has been changed to department ID itself. So here we will be using teacher dot department ID is equal to department dot department ID. Okay, so here we are counting the number of teachers who are there from computer science department in both the relation, department as well as teacher, where department name is this and the field should be that. Since we are getting interconnection, we need referential integrity here, join here, two relations are getting joined here, so this field is needed, equal to, this equality symbol is needed. Okay. So execute it and you will be able to observe the result. See, number of computer science teachers are 2. Now go ahead and search it in your table, computer science teacher. Okay, computer science comes in the department ID 2. Okay, department ID 2. So how many department ID 2s are there? 1 and then 2. Okay, first one is Tarun Mehta and second one is 1. So like this, we can use aggregate functions while executing MySQL queries. Then apart from this, how to use arithmetic operators in the select rows. Now, in order to use arithmetic operators in the select rows, we will learn use of arithmetic operators in the select rows. How to use arithmetic operators in our select rows. In order to do so, we will also run an example, a query, in order to depict the same. In order to demonstrate the same, we will be running a query. Okay, see, to display the teacher name, the query goes like this. Suppose there is a requirement for displaying the teacher name, his current salary and 10% increase in the salary for those teachers who belong to department number 4. Now we need to find out, we need to display the teacher name, his current salary and increase of 10% in his salary for all those teachers who are there in the department number 4. The query will be like this. See, using select rows, we are using arithmetic operator, that is percentage. Percentage will be achieved. Percentage. So how it can be achieved? the query goes like this: select first name, last name. Teacher name we are discussing, so both the name field will be there. Then salary, current salary is this one, new salary is salary multiplied by s, new salary. Here this column is using the concept of alias, we are creating a new column, new salary, where the updated value will be inserted from teacher. From teacher relation, where department ID is equal to 4. Here department number has been set because earlier it was department number which we changed to department ID. So we will execute the query and check how these things can be done. So go ahead with the query, select first name, comma, last underscore name, comma, salary. Now here one more thing is there. Salary is getting multiplied. Salary asterisk followed by 1.1. 1.1 is simply the percentage value which we are going to use as new underscore salary from teacher, where department underscore ID equal to 4. So we need to write the name of the employee, his current salary and updated salary as new salary from teacher, where department ID equal to 4. So the question is, what is the question? To display the teacher name, current salary and 10% increase in salary for those teachers who belong to department 4. तो query इसके लिए ये है. Execute and you will get the result. See, two fields were there with department number in department number 4. Department number 4 में दो फील्ड है, ये देखिए आपका. Department number 4, first one is Surabhi Bansal, second one is Megha Khanna. Okay, so here Surabhi Bansal, Megha Khanna. Their present salaries, current salaries were 34 and 38,000. So 34 and 38,000. After updating 10%, after increasing, having an increment of 10%, they will be having this much amount which they are getting as the salary. And this new field, new underscore salary field, has been generated by means of alias, which has been described using a keyword as. Okay, so this is how we came to the conclusion of aggregate function in MySQL. Now in our next class, that is on tomorrow's class, we will be discussing two more important, that is group by, three more important concepts. One is group by clause, order by clause. Group by is used for grouping object based on attributes. Then order by is meant for performing sorting operations between different attribute values. And finally, we will once again repeat the concept of string pattern matching. These three are very important: group by, order by, and string pattern matching. Okay, with this I would like to conclude today's class. Thank you and have a nice day.